campers, it's Naturalist Beth from the Johnny Appleseed Park District. I'm so glad that you joined us for another week of virtual day camp. We are starting our third week this summer, the second week of our bugs. This is Bugs 2 week for our virtual day camp. We thought there were so many cool bugs to talk about that we needed 2 weeks. Last week we had so much fun talking all about some different types of insects. We talked about dragonflies. Do you remember Dan showing us some dragonflies under the microscope? How cool was that? We talked about bees. We took a field trip to Austin's beehives and got a chance to see some real bees. That was really neat too. We talked a little bit about ants. Do you remember doing our ant experiment, trying to figure out what kind of food ants like the best? If you still haven't posted your results, make sure you do so. I'm really interested in hearing what your ants like to eat the best. And we talked about lightning bugs or fireflies. I really hope you got a chance to go outside in the evening to catch some fireflies. It's the perfect thing to do on a beautiful summer evening. Now, for those of you that weren't with us last week, I thought before we start a whole nother week about bugs, we better make sure we know what makes an insect an insect. Last week we talked about different things that all insects have that is the same, even though they look really, really different from each other. Do you remember what all insects have that's the same? Let's see if we can remember. First of all insects have three body parts. Do you remember what they're called? A head, a middle part called the thorax. That's a big word. I know that's a pretty big word. And a big, huge extra part of their body called an abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen. How many legs does an insect have? Do you remember? 6. 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 legs. They have 2 antennae, which helps them learn about the world around them. They have wings. Most. Remember when we sang our song last week, some insects don't have any wings at all. They have 0 wings. Things like fleas and lice. Things like that. Then there are some insects that have 2 wings. 1 pair, 2 wings. Things like flies and mosquitoes. And then there are insects that have 4 wings or 2 pairs. And one other really cool insect thing, they all have these really funky compound eyes made up of thousands of separate lenses all over their eyes. So this week we're going to continue talking about insects. We're going to focus on butterflies and moths and learn a little bit about how they differ from each other. So it's going to be a fabulous week. I hope you're able to join us for our virtual Bugs number 2 day camp. Join me again for my second video as we talk a little bit about how butterflies and moths are different from all the other insects. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to share that with you. See you in just a moment.